There's another example of Christians cherry picking verses and making them into something they're not. He was not talking about unclean items. If it was unclean, our Messiah never considered it food. He was beside the Father when Father wrote his covenant, when he declared what is clean and is what is not. Christians think that our Messiah come down here and changed Father's word. No, he didn't. And what he's talking about in Mark 7, and the Pharisees and some of the scribes assembled to him, having come from Jerusalem, and seeing some of his taught ones eat bread with defiled, that is, with unwashed hands, they found fault. They didn't wash their hands before eating bread. That's what was defiled. It wasn't that they were eating unclean items. They hadn't washed their hands. So let's get into the teachings of our Messiah. You want to? Because I'll tell you about being lawless and ignoring Father's laws and his dietary laws, his right ruling. Not everyone who says to me, Master, Master, shall enter into the reign of the heavens, but he who is doing the desire of my Father in the heavens. Many shall say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in your name, and cast out demons in your name, and done many mighty works in your name? And then I shall declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who work lawlessness. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and does them shall be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. Now, what is he talking about? This is who's going to go to heaven, in case you didn't know. I know you Christians want to believe whatever you want to believe, that you can just live your lives however you want, and you can say this prayer of forgiveness and you'll be forgiven, right? If that worked, Satan could say that prayer of forgiveness and be forgiven, huh? Couldn't he? Is that what you're saying? Satan's going to be forgiven because he says this prayer? Ain't what the Messiah said. Messiah said, you can call on me all you want. If you ain't doing what the Father said, if you ain't doing the desire of the Father, you're not going to enter his kingdom. The Father laid out a covenant back there with Abraham and said, this is my covenant between you, your seed, and their seed, and all generations. This is my everlasting covenant. It is for all time. Everlasting means it will never expire. You want to go to heaven? You better learn the Father's rules. That's his house. His rules in his house still apply today. Paul is who come out and started trying to change the covenant. Newsflash. Paul is not the Messiah. Paul is not the Father Most High. Paul does not have the authority to change anything. And again, what you're reading in Mark, you're taking out of context. You missed it. You missed it. Probably because you're reading a perverted version. You're reading the King's perverted version? That homosexual pedophile's version? From the man who created a version of Scripture that was already here? Who didn't like what it said and changed and altered it? You know that's what a version is. It's not a direct copy. It's an altered version. So if you're reading KJVs, you're reading an altered version. You're not reading Scripture, you're reading a Bible. That's why it's called a Bible and not Scripture. You'll miss it. With everything. With everything. You're not listening to the Father. If you want to spend eternity in his kingdom, you better learn what he said. Not what these men have said over here that you're taking out of context. They're sitting here talking about washing their hands, and here you're thinking it's okay to eat pork. Our Messiah never altered Father's covenant. He never altered Father's rules. You go into Leviticus 11. Okay? That's where you find your dietary laws from our Father Most High, the Creator, the one who made us. All right? With his dietary laws, there's a reason. He has reasons for everything he does. And when he says, this is the food you eat, these are the animals you eat, that's what you eat. He said, you do not eat these. They are an abomination to you. What's he telling you? Oh, he just doesn't want you enjoying good sweet bacon? No, it's because the shit's fucking bad for you. It's bad for your health. You think the one who created you doesn't know what's best for your body? He made it. When it comes down to the dietary laws, it's what is best for your health. Maybe you should listen to the one who made your body. Maybe you should listen to the one who made all these animals. He knows what's best for you. Father knows best. Have you ever heard that saying? Father knows best. So you go ahead and go eat your bacon and your pork chops and fill your body with worms that you can't cook out of that meat. Go eat the bugs of the sea. The shit eaters. You know, shrimp, lobster, all that? They're shit eaters. They eat the shit off the bottom of the ocean floor. So you just eat that fucking shit eating filters. Stop taking away from what our Father said. Stop trying to alter what He said. Again, you want to spend eternity in heaven? You better learn His rules for His house. Are you a father? Do you have rules for your household? Because our Father has rules for His household. And if you're not going to obey His rules, just like the 200 angels who decided to go against His rules, what happened? He kicked them out of His house. You think He's going to let you into His house for disobeying what He said? For breaking His rules? Going against what He said? You think He's going to spend eternity with somebody who won't listen to Him? It's time to put away the teachings of men and start listening to the Father. Now, you want a literal translation? Do you want to know what the scrolls said? Word for word, verbatim? Get the scriptures. This is done by the Institute of Scripture Research. That's a literal translation. Word for word. Nothing added to, nothing taken away from. It's not an altered version. It's a literal translation. King James is an altered version. Zephyrus is an altered version. Get into the real scripture. Do a little research in it. Several great books out there you can get. But what it boils down to is stop cherry picking these verses and altering what our Father has said and altering what our Messiah said. If you ain't got discernment, you're not going to get it. A little bit more from our Messiah here, talking about some stuff. Love talking about this stuff. Stuff in there. Read one more little passage and I'll let it go. For if you believed Moshe, that's Moses, you would have believed me, since he wrote about me. If you do not believe his writings, how shall you believe my words? You need to go read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Numbers. Those are the books from Moses. You better go read them so you understand who your Messiah is. He's told you, go read his books. If you're not going to believe Moses and the dietary laws, you're not going to believe the Messiah. So you might want to get into them books and learn the rules if that's where you're wanting to go.